Welcome back to my next playthrough series. This time we're back to Star Trek, the deck building game. I managed to get a copy of the original one, though, the original Next Generation, which is basically Borg Invasion 1. We're going to be doing the Borg Invasion scenario. They're kind of the most fun. I find it's the way we used to always play it. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at our starting starships with 2 of them. We have the deck that has a 15 starships and 25 Borg cards in. We're looking for Locutus of Borg. We have to defeat him. We have a new space deck, so all these cards are different than what we saw in Borg Invasion 2. And generally the game plays exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we are just going to take a look at the 2 starships for Player 1, Player 2, the special abilities on them. And then we're going to get into a couple of turns, and you'll very quickly see how the game plays. We will look at the space dock cards when and if we purchase them. So of course we have the basic, the 1 cost ensign, the 3 cost lieutenant, the 5 cost commander, and they have their abilities on them. You'll see how it all works. Alright, let's take a look at the 2 starships. We'll look at them at the same time. Player 1, Player 2, we'll just zoom down on them. Alright, so Player 1, Player 2, they have a defense of 8, the starting ships, and it shows you up here in the upper right corner of the Borg. So these are, there are 5 starting Borg ships. I randomly grabbed them. So Starship 1 is a Miranda class, and its special ability is once per turn, while not in battle, you may move 1 card you gained this turn to another player's discard area. So basically they can get something from the starbase and give it to Player 2. Player 2's starship is Excelsior class. Is when you diplomacy a starship with less mission points than your flagship, you may give it to another player as their flagship. So that will make sense. The ships that show up in the space deck basically have a point value on the lower right or lower left hand corner. And so if Player 2 has a starship, he can diplomacy for Player 1 one that has less points. You'll see how that works. Alright. Let's get looking at our initial hands. The first thing we do on a turn in the Borg Invasion is we draw a space card or an exploration card, and of course those are usually bad. Alright, so let's get drawing our first card. Of course we have 20-sided dice that come with the game that designate what's left of your defense, because once it gets beaten down, well, yeah, then that's the way it is. Alright, we're going to draw the card first, and actually, you know what? So you don't think, once again, I'm not cooking anything. Let's give this a shuffle, because why not? It's random anyway. We haven't started the game. This needs to be shuffled good. Anyhow, well, let's see how it goes. We're looking for Locutus of Borg, and we have to take him out. Very easy. All right, first card we're drawing from the space deck is, oh great, a Borg cube shows up immediately. Let's take a closer look at this one. Okay, this is not good. So it has a flip. It says exploring players' flagships receive 2 damage for each Borg card in hand. Well, at the start of the game, no one has Borg cards in their hand. But if we did, when the Borg cubes show up, that's what happens. 2 damage to your flagship. Players cannot play maneuvers that have already been played this battle. So basically means each player cannot play the same maneuver, or no maneuver card. So whatever, if you play 1 maneuver, that's already been played. So you can't duplicate maneuvers. So no 2 people can play phasers or evasive maneuvers at the same. You can't play the same maneuver twice, basically what it's saying. And the fail is exploring players gain a Borg cube. And X is the number of Borg cubes defeated this game. Well, this is the first one showing up. So it has a speed of 6, an attack of 10, wow, and a defense of 12. Alright, let's see what we can do with our 2 starting hands, which we haven't even looked at yet. Alright, so I put a 12 hit points on the Borg cube. Alright, Player 1's starting hand is an ensign, a lieutenant, phasers, and a diagnostic check. Discard any number of cards from your hand and then draw the same number of cards. We are not going to destroy this thing in 100 years. So we're going to go ahead for Player 1, and we're going to play the diagnostic check. You can play this, we're starting the battle. Someone's probably going to blow up. We're going to discard the phasers and both ensigns. Discarding them, so we discarded 3 cards, and we get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. Alright, there we are, evasive maneuvers, which is actually not even going to do us any good because it only gives us +2 shields and we only have 8 hit points. So somebody's taken 10 damage. Oh, wow. We might as well have player 1 play evasive maneuvers. That'll pump us up to 10. Yeah. Alright, well, here we go. Player 2 has the same diagnostic check. And you know what? He's going, and it's a simultaneous thing. So we're going to play, he's going to play his diagnostic check. I'm going to rearrange things here because we need quite a bit of space, 2-player. So he's going to play his diagnostic check, and he's going to discard phasers because he's going to survive because player 1's going to take the hit and he gets Starfleet Academy. Alright, so bottom line. If we take a look at everything going on, so the Borg cube has a speed of 6. We have a speed of 1 for player 2. We have a speed of a little bit better. We have 1, 2. We have a speed of 3, 4 for player. Player 1's got a speed of 4. The Borg is going to attack first because it has a speed of 6. If it was tied, we'd simultaneously attack each other. But the Borg is faster than player 1 and player 2. The Borg cube is going to do 10 damage. We're going to go ahead for player 1. Like I already said, we're going to play evasive maneuvers, which is not going to help him. And that's going to give him 2 shields. So 8 and 2 is 10. We are blowed up real good. So player 1 is blown up. What do you do when you get blown up? Well, go ahead and you take all of your cards. You reset your health back to 8. You're out of the turn. Like you're just blowed up real good. So blowed up. There we go. Shuffle. Oh, hang on. When you get blown up, you also get 1 Borg. You get a Borg card into your discard, and then you shuffle everything. So, wow, just wow, brutal. Okay, so player 1's destroyed. We'll get his cards for next time. So he's out of the turn. He's been blown up and he's reset. Player 2, however, is still kicking. Didn't take any damage because the Borg cube destroyed player 1. And the Borg cube says, you know what? I'm out of here, and goes to the bottom of the exploration deck. And that's it. That was the first turn. But we still have player 2 to go. Player 2 has Starfleet Academy. He's got 3 ensigns, and he already played his diagnostic check to discard 1 card and grab another. Alright, Starfleet Academy. Upgrade 1 character in your hand. Or bridge to a character from Starbase costing 2 more. So we can take an ensign. We are going to get our experience for this too, 3 experience. And actually with 3 experience, we'll go ahead and get a lieutenant. Because I don't think anything in here is 3, 5, 8. Oh my god, 4. Yeah, we can't get anything in Starbase. So we're gonna take our 3 experience from our ensigns, go ahead and get a lieutenant. Goes in our discard pile. And then we're going to spend our Starfleet Academy card, upgrade a character in your hand, and bridge to 1 that costs 2 more. So we're basically ditching an ensign and upgrading the ensign to another lieutenant. So there we go. And that will be, that'll be that. All right, that's our first turn, drawing up 5 new cards for the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for player 1. Did he get his board card? Nope. He's got 2 lieutenants, phasers, tricorder, and Starfleet Academy. Okay, that's pretty good for player 1. And what does player 2 have for 5 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a tricorder, basic maneuvers, a couple lieutenants, and we have to shuffle this and drop 1 more for 5. Oh dear. Yeah, not a good start. Borg cube right off the bat. Wow, so 1 more card, and he gets another Starfleet Academy. Right on. Okay, those are the hands for turn 2. So just readjust the camera. I'm going to be drawing the next space deck card. Alright, let's grab the next card off the exploration deck, and it's a ship! A Diplomacy of 3, a Pac-led starship. I think in Borg Invasion 2 I said you had to match the speed to catch the ship before you diplomacy it. I don't see that in the rulebook at all. I don't think you need to do that. Anyway, the Pac-led ship's got a 0 speed. So if somebody can come up with 3 diplomacy, they can get that as their new flagship. And the flagship always keeps the ability, so if this ship replaces a flagship, we still get the special ability. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah. Player 1, well, we're just playing cards now. As far as diplomacy goes, player 1's got a tricorder plus 2 diplomacy, and that's not enough. So player 2, on the other hand, has also 2 diplomacy, which is not enough to convince the Packlids to hang around and become the new flagship. So what happens with this is it just says, see you later, and is out of the game. However, we do now get to go to Starbase and do stuff. So let's see, for player 1, they have 2, 4. They have 4 experience. They have 4 experience. Oh, and I should say, for the co-op game, you get to do 3 searches a turn. So you can remove 3 cards out of the Starbase and replace them. And the tricorder gives you +1 search. And because we have 2 tricorders, we could actually search 5 times. But we're just going to start off with player 1. He's got 2, 4 experience. And with 4 experience, he's going to go ahead and get this lovely card right here, which is System Improvements, the Minars. Trash up to 2 cards in your discard area. And yes, you can trash your board cards, I think. Hang on a second. Let me double read this. Card cannot be played, can't be trashed. Oh, in the trash phase, when a board cube is revealed, gets +1 stats. Oh my god. And a player of 5 plus board cards is immediately defeated. Wow! Okay. Yeah, this is horrible. So we're going to get this one. We can trash board cards in our discard area. I believe that is how that works. So boom. That cost 4. We replace it immediately in the Starbase with Impulse Drive. X equal number of characters on your bridge times 2. Oh wow. And give us some really good shields, which we might need when the board cubes keep showing up and hammering on us. And that's going to be it, except he has Starfleet Academy, so he can take a 2 and upgrade it to a 5. And so by doing that, we're going to, player 1's going to ditch a lieutenant and go and get a commander. Although we can get a 5. We have Tasha Yar, or, you know, I think right now we're going to go and get a commander because we're going to need more and more experience to buy better cards. And that's basically player 1's entire turn finished with. Let's see what player 2's got going on. Alright, so let's take a look at player 2. And yes, the turns are they're all simultaneous, so there you go. Evasive maneuvers. Could do more searching. Also has 4 experience. And with 4 experience, I wonder if we should dump some of these cards out. 8 for shields. Yeah, let's dump that one. We can search 5 times. Then we get peak performance. We could do some more. Wow. Fire all weapons, Geordie the Forge. This +2 is very good, but we don't have fun. We're going to leave that there. I think, well, player 2 can't really do much. So for 4 experience, I don't think we're going to dig through too many more cards. We're just going to go ahead and get another lieutenant, and that will all go into the discard pile. Alright, let's draw up our hands for next time, next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for player 1. And he's got an ensign, 3 ensigns, a board card. Oh, great. And diagnostic check. Ugh, horrible. Alright, that's going to be player 1's hand. And let's take a look at player 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Player 2's hand for next time will be a lieutenant, phasers, ensign, diagnostic check, and a lieutenant. So there we go. Beginning to the game. Wow, had a board cube show up already causing problems. And there you go. So this is the Star Trek Deck Building Game. We're doing Borg Invasion 1 up against Locutus of Borg, who's somewhere in this horrible deck, which we will eventually run into. And we need to defeat him to win. We want to upgrade our starships, of course, and get a whole bunch of better cards. So thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Continuation Star Trek Next Generation Deck Building Game. We're playing against Locutus of Borg. This is the Borg Invasion 1. Of course, one quick correction here at the end of the episode. My goodness, player 2 had Starfleet Academy and a couple lieutenants in hand. So yes, obviously, we're going to dump off a lieutenant, and we're going to get a commander for player 2. Same idea as player 1. Alright, there you go. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Continuation. Star Trek, the Next Generation Deck Building Game. We're trying to defeat Locutus of Borg.